Man, you know what that story reminds me of? Are you talking about that? It's like, so we used to have this dog Jake growing up, black lab, and like next door there was these neighbors had a boxer, and they definitely did not feed that dog enough. Like its ribs were always poking out, and so we take pity on it a lot and feed it. But like one day, like my mom fed Jake like a bunch of like macaroni and cheese, and like I don't know if this was on accidents or if he was actually like being kind, but he pukes up this huge pile of macaroni and cheese, and then him and that other dog like split it.
Lady in the Tramp.
Yeah,
That's sweet. Yeah.
it was always one of those things where I'm like, was this completely by accident or is he like?
I think it's on purpose.
It could be, man.
Because bats do the same thing. Like, I think it's blood-sucking bats that I heard recently do this, where if one is really full and like in the past, if it recognizes that, hey, that bat once helped me, it'll go and help that bat and regurgitate it, and it'll give them the food. They'll put it into their mouths.
Interesting.
Wasn't there another time that I think the same dog like ate a bunch of spaghetti, and like Dad was playing with him on the floor, and he just like puked a big steaming pile like right next to his
That happened too. That happened too.
Spaghetti and goulash.
I remember another time they fed him a bunch of cabbage.
Oh,
And I don't know, they're like, didn't want it to go to waste or something. But he eats it. And then it was just funny because I've never seen this amount of puke. Like, he was by the couch. I swear to God, like, he puked the full length of the couch. Like, this huge, the biggest pile of dog puke I've ever seen in my life. Like, just like this green puke. Yes, yes. It wasn't like all in one spot. It was like he was trying to go to the door, but he was like puking along the way.
but he wasn't like revving up to it like how dogs do, like.
That part I don't remember. If he was like, nobody made it to the door in time because that dog pukes the biggest fucking pile of cabbage, man.
Oh, man.
It was hilarious.
Cabbage.
It's a dog cabbage.
It was a bad idea, apparently. Well, you know, Dad, he like loves corned beef and cabbage. And I don't know. I guess they just had leftovers or something. They're like, we'll see if the dog will eat it.
Yeah, Dad doesn't get his fill of crap like that. He was probably shitting his pants the whole day. Just like, I'm gonna leave home.
That is the one funny thing is like, I think it was cabbage would like always make my dad like just get violent diarrhea, but he'd like always eat it. He's like, it's so good, I can't not eat it.
Cabbage?
He loves it.
I
Man.
get why lactose intolerant people love like lactose,
Right.
but cabbage is one of those foods that I can easily avoid.
Man, my dad like for many years like had to drive like 81 miles one way to work. So he just had all these stories about like having to emergency shit along the road.
I hope there were a lot of trees and stuff around. I bet there were.
Yeah, there would have been.
Okay. You can't just go out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I'm sure he made it as far as he could. Might have just went on the other side of the like passenger side of the door. I don't know.
People are like, hey, this truck's stuck out here. Can you need any help? Oh, the guy shouldn't.
But yeah, throughout the years, he had many poop stories.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can see that. 81 miles, you got to stop, pee, and poop. I mean, I would probably try to poop before I left the house.
Instead, he went to take a shit and he shit on his suspenders.
Oh.
Man, I worked with Polly, who's homeless for a while, and she said she'd sleep by this tennis court in the evening. Like one day, she woke up and there's just a guy like in a full suit taking a shit out there. Like, that has to be an emergency.
Dang. I mean, I wonder how they're wiping.
Yeah,
That guy with his tie.
I was like, he didn't show up with a tie for work that day. Or socks are cheaper or something.
His undershirt is gone or something.
Oh.
My dad's one of those guys that always carries like a hanky on him. He blows his nose into it, but he said he's lost a few of those over the years.
No, I'm not surprised. Yeah, he'd come back missing sleeves or something.
Or you just take off your underwear and wipe with them.
Yeah.